Patreon supporters get to see previews, work-in-progress shots, and high-resolution images of the completed product. They also get free little minifigures. If you want to join them, even the smallest donation helps. Link is in the description below. Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a commission for Awkwardnerd. It is Violet, who I'm told is a Tasmanian devil. Doesn't really match the Tasmanian devil drawing style, but sure, we'll go with that. Now this is a really useful reference image for making a figure from. Like, I don't mean to come down on people who lack artistic ability, but it's just a lot easier to make a figure when the reference looks like this, you know? I mean, also this, just to show off some... Like, look at this amazing picture she sent me just to get this pattern from the character's back. I mean, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that lets me make really good toys. Awkwardnerd sent me two figures, a damaged silver and a shadow. But ultimately, I only needed the silver figure. I happen to have a spare part in the fodder bin in his arm, and I swapped out a pair of Espio's hands, since Espio has the largest hands for a figure this size, and that matched the whole giant anime gauntlet thing. Now, you all know how I shaved down a Silver's head by removing the forehead frond and cutting off his ears and spine, so I just skipped that part and got straight to the molding. The swept back ears, the two hair points on either side of the head, and the, the new muzzle. Actually, from this, she kind of looks a little bit like Knack the Weasel, so this is very similar to a way to make a Knack head. Now that you see her painted, I think this is the time to bring up the fact that I hate purple. Now, purple looks nice. It's a good color to use for a character. I'm just saying that I hate making things purple. I have never found a purple paint that I liked. Like, it never looks good. I have to use so many coats to get it to look smooth. And then, after all that effort it takes to get it on, I take a picture of it and it looks blue. I have no idea why something so purple would photograph so blue looking. For reference, the shade of purple that she is right now is actually pretty similar to Big the Cat's, and yet she looks almost as blue as Sonic. Like, I really don't understand how the camera can fail to pick up a picture so amazingly. Like, this is just terrible. Sorry about that. I just know that there's a lot of pedantic people that start to go into the comments and say, "You painted the wrong color." Like, when I made that Metal Tails figure, I had a whole bunch of people telling me that it was red. Like, no, it's just the camera sucks at picking up certain colors. And then the movie maker software makes it even worse by making the colors look more saturated. So, like, I'm not working with the best equipment here, guys. I'm not a professional photographer, and I'm not a big video editor. I just use the basic software my computer comes with. I'm a toy maker, not a video producer. That's what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, standard body mod, just pinch the waist a little bit to make it look more feminine, sculpt on the chest fluff, and the tail is a craft foam core, which I sculpted over. By the way, if you see something that looks almost black for like the tip of her tail here, that's actually a really dark shade of purple I made. Because Violet is 3 different shades of purple. Thank you very much, Awkwardnerd. So there's a basic purple, which is most of her body, a darker purple, which is her highlights, and then her gauntlets had another shade of purple. And she has a little craft foam belt, because, the character has his off-center belt. And as far as the SBO gauntlets go, I just had to, put a big square thing on the back of the glove. I couldn't completely imitate the design from the reference artwork, but I hope this is close enough. I did have to carve out the peg holes because SBO's peg holes are really tiny compared to silver, so I had to make them a little bigger. The arm, once it gets to the arms themselves, I just had to sculpt on that little ribbon thing she has tied to her bicep, and, all put together, there's, certain asymmetries. You see the sports tape on one arm while the natural fur is on the other arm. You know how that goes. So yeah, those are her arms. For the feet, I sculpted a little bit on the shoe, but and a tiny bit that you can't even really see here on the shins, and put that together and painted it, the look, sports tape on one half, certain asymmetries in the character to make it kind of pop and stand out. Also, I bet if someone were to make a sprite of it for a video game, they'd be annoyed because they had to make reflected sprites instead of just flipping it over. Alright, let's take a look at the completed figure. And here she is. I think she looks pretty cool. I really like how, like, usually when I make female fan characters, they always try to err on the side of sexy or cute with them, but it looks like this one prioritized awesome. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to show a picture from the back just so the pattern I painted there, but yeah, she has a really cool design. I like the giant anime gauntlets, and she looks tough, and like, this is like a really cool character. I'd actually like to see this in the games. Too bad this species type isn't selectable from the avatar list, although I suppose she kinda looks like a cat. But yeah, you know, it's a shame. Like, I really wish that they could make a more versatile version of that character creator, because that would be really awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this figure, and I have spent all day trying to make this video because Movie Maker kept on crashing, but it looks like I finally got it done now. We'll see you next time.